Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to do a deep dive into a program I recently came across called Vault G System, or Bank Account 97. You've probably seen the video that promises you daily income of $378 per day, completely automated with no real work involved. I want to break it down for you so you can decide for yourself whether this is legit or just another scam. Now, real quick, if you're done chasing hype and want something that actually works, check the link in the description. I've posted a video that walks through the business model I'd use if I had to start from scratch today. You'll also see a link pop up on screen to take you straight there. Now, let's get back to our review. So let's start with the basics of what the program is claiming. According to the sales video, you're to be assigned a preloaded bank account, and it already has $378 sitting in it. They tell you you've only got 12 minutes to activate it before the system locks you out. Once you do activate, they claim, you'll then receive $378 every single day without having to do anything else. This adds up to over $11,000 per month and more than $136,000 per year. Now, where is this money coming from? That's where the story gets more elaborate. The narrator, who calls himself Matt Armstrong, says he used to work as a technical analyst in the banking system. He claims he discovered a compliance rule buried in the way banks handle transaction errors, rollbacks, and mismatches. According to him, banks make billions of dollars worth of mistakes every year in the form of rounding issues, duplicate charges, and unclaimed reversals. Those funds then get funneled into what he calls correction pools. He says he figured out how to tap into those pools legally, and that he set up a system that diverts money into exactly 100 external verified accounts. He says it has to be 100, no more, no less, and that's why only a select group of people, including supposedly you, can gain access. Now, why would he share such a lucrative opportunity with 100 strangers on the internet? I found it absurd, but let me explain his logic. He claims that every time you receive $378, he gets a 10% commission, which works out to about $37. And that comes out of the system itself rather than from you. So you keep all of your $378 every day, and he just gets paid by the system. It sounds like a neat arrangement, but as you can probably tell, there are some immediate issues with how realistic this actually is. Yes, banks make mistakes, and yes, there are systems to correct errors. But the idea that those mistakes add up to billions of dollars sitting in a pot that can then be legally siphoned off by random outsiders is absolute nonsense. Banks have compliance departments, auditors, regulators, and processes to make sure that errors are reconciled properly. Funds that are genuinely unclaimed usually get routed into government-managed unclaimed property systems, not into secret accounts that anyone with the right backdoor can tap into. I found the whole premise to be a dressed-up fantasy with just enough jargon to sound convincing to someone who doesn't know how banking actually works. Another problem I have with this scam is that Matt Armstrong is not a real person. There's no way to verify his identity, no evidence he ever worked in banking, and no trace of him outside of the pitch itself. I believe he is a character, not a real person. And that's often the case with these kinds of programs. They invent a persona to build trust, but you have no way of confirming whether he exists or if any of his claims are real. On top of that, scams use urgency tactics like fake countdown timers to push you into making a decision before you've had time to think it through or do any research. The testimonials also look like AI-generated or scripted videos, not genuine customers. It's a classic marketing trick whereby they use fake customer stories to create social proof. If you look closely, they don't provide any evidence that Eleanor or Wendell or Kendra are real people. Now, if you keep your eyes open, you'll realize that the so-called setup fee you have to pay is the real product. That's how they make money, because you pay the fee in hopes of unlocking the system, and once you've paid, you will not see anything in return. A refund policy is thrown in to make you feel safe, but in reality, refund policies in these kinds of schemes are rarely honored. So, putting this all together, the whole thing feels like a carefully crafted scam designed to prey on people who are desperate. I would not recommend putting a cent into this program because the only money likely to move is from your pocket to theirs. Stay safe, stay skeptical, and don't let these kinds of promises lure you in. That's my review, and I want to thank you for watching. If you're serious about building a real online business, go ahead and click the video right here on the screen. It reveals the best online business to start. and it breaks down the exact system I recommend. If you want more breakdowns like these, subscribe to my channel for regular updates.